I am everything. I was there before you, and I shall be here long after your kind wanders away from the face of this earth. But I hold no man different. My warmth is for everyone. And I do not ask you to worship me, but to see the ultimate truth that makes you all so very special in this universe. All of you are equal and capable of great things. So set your differences aside and leave your imprint in this formless desert of old. Hello everyone, this is the Holi Hermit, and I was away for a while. I went to India on a trip. I stayed there for about a week or so, and here's my time in India. I went to a northern part of India, in a state called Haryana. I didn't see any fancy sights, but I did see the kind of India most of you might have never seen before. What you see right now is a place where I lived. Nothing ever so special about this place. There are houses, the same houses we see here in Europe and the rest part of the world. But where is the real India really? I came down from the airport and went to this city. Not a lot was different from what I'm used to seeing over here. But then I saw the true India. The true spirit of India is not in the big cities or the large buildings you see. India developing, which is a beautiful thing like any other country, but the true essence of this country can only be seen in the rural areas, when you go to those farms, when you go to those villages. Right now you see me in a city, and I was lucky enough to see the festival of Holi. This is basically the aftermath of the whole play really. It's a festival which celebrates triumph of good over evil. Same old story, right? But hey, it's the spirit that matters. You see these little kids walking around here and there, all with different colours on their face. That's the whole idea of this festival really. You find a friend, anyone you know, anyone from the street even. You go up to them, you wish them happy Holi, and you quite simply apply these colours to them. The festival of colours, that's the meaning of Holi. I saw these people gathered in a nice site over here. None of them are relatives, none of them are even friends. They just all got together on this day of holiday, which is quite strange to us people living here, right? They don't even know each other, but it's the spirit of festival that brought them all together. You see kids having water fights with their water pistols, parents doing their own thing, but all in all there was a good mood and spirit in the air. People were happy, and that's what festivals are all about. Colour signifies no difference between one person or the other. They're all coloured in different ways. You can't put a finger on one person and tell him you're this and you're that. You all look alike. You all look different at the same time as well. And that is the idea of this festival. Here I am in the city where I stayed, only a few blocks away, and I walked down here to see this festival. People gathered here, some people giving speeches, some people were also singing old songs, all in the spirit of this great festival of Holi. Now before I move on further, I should apologize in advance, and I should have done this already. I'm sorry for the shaky camera. I'm not really a good photographer or cameraman, so this whole video is going to be slightly shaky. I do apologize for that, but I hope you enjoy it nonetheless. So this was the festival of Holi, located in the city. No matter where you are, what your religion is, everyone enjoys this festival, which is a great thing, is it not? Your religion doesn't matter, your opinion doesn't matter. All that matters is your kind heart and your spirit. And you see these kids setting up a good example, right? One of them even came up to me and tried to colour me. I did get a little bit of colour on me, just to be nice to them. I didn't want to offend any of them over there. And they all were very nice, very kind to me. But now we move on to the other part of India, the part I was talking about. You saw the big cities, big houses, rich people, all nice I bet, like everywhere else in the world really. But now we're moving on to the other part of the India, where you see these barn and thatches, houses that are not made very well, people who are poor. One thing you would understand in India, that poverty has a very different meaning. Here, in Europe, a person is considered poor if he can't earn a certain amount of money in a month or a week or so. In India, it's a completely different story. If you can't get 2 meals a day or 3 meals a day, that's when you're considered poor. Anything above that, and you're privileged. And that's what you see in the mindset of the people there. It's a very encouraging thought and feeling when you speak to these people. When you all talk to them, they all have complaints like all of us, but they do make a point clear that at least we get 3 times food a day, and that, quite simply, is a luxury to these people, and to us, which is more of a necessity. A big change here. So here I am riding a motorcycle, believe it or not, and I'm going to a village. What you see right now is wheat being grown. All of this on the left and the right is wheat being harvested and grown by the farmers. It gets grown once a year, and it gives all these farmers good harvest. Now we move on to these tiny streets, these little local areas in villages. A village in India is not a place where only 50 or 60 people live. The number is always large, it's always the same. The thing that's different right now is the living standard of people. This place might not look very suitable for us people, we might find it strange, but I made a point to get down and speak to a few of these farmers that you're seeing right now. And I asked them, are you happy where you live? Is this the life you wanted? And I was surprised to hear this answer, that the answer was yes. They were all very happy and content the way their life was going on. Sure, they didn't have any money, they didn't have any luxuries, they didn't even have any TVs, most of them, but they were happy that they had a fruitful life. They had a nice family. That's all that mattered to them. And what video of a holy hermit would be complete without mentioning a hermit? Well, to take it one step further, I have a real hermit to show you. I was privileged to meet this gentleman right here. This man gave up all his possessions and started living in a temple. He wants to reach enlightenment in his own way, giving up everything he possessed in his life to live a very simple life, a life of a hermit. I had the honor of learning a few words of wisdom from this humble sage. Words I shall remember till the day I die. But what moved me the most is this little kid you're seeing right now. When I was walking back to my home, this little kid, not knowing me, came and grabbed my finger and called me an uncle. I didn't know what I could say back to him. I only smiled and then realized that relationships are formed at the core of one's heart, not by the blood one carry in his veins. This has been the Holy Hermit for you. I hope you like this video of mine. Take care of yourself, and I hope you have a nice day ahead. Thanks ever so much for listening. Bye.